Hi everyone, do you want to increase your TOEIC score and grammar knowledge? The answer is yes, and it's very important you watch today's lesson because there is a very important grammar tip that will help you improve your score. We are going to also look at 2 TOEIC questions and show you how to get the answer. Okay, so let's start with these questions, and at the same time, we're going to learn some key grammar. Here is the first TOEIC question. To get this answer, all you need to know is grammar. Let's start with the basics. In English, there are certain words called adverb clause markers. We use them to tell us when, why, and the condition. They can be followed by a clause. So they can be followed by a subject verb and are connected with an independent clause. Let's look at an example. Because the Korean restaurant was closed, we couldn't buy tteokbokki. Because is an adverb clause marker. We can go because, subject verb, plus the main clause, subject verb. Here, because the Korean restaurant was closed. Okay, this is telling us why. Our main clause, we couldn't buy tteokbokki. Here's another example. If we had the ingredients, we could make tteokbokki at home. Now, if is an adverb clause. The adverb clause marker is if. If can be followed by subject verb and joined with the main clause. Here we have if we had, that is if subject verb. And our main clause is we could make tteokbokki at home. Let's look at one more example. I relaxed at home on the weekend after I had worked 50 hours during the week. After I had worked 50 hours during the week is our adverb clause. The marker is after. As you can see, these words that can be followed by subject verb to tell us when, why, and the condition are called adverb clause markers. The main adverb clause markers are these words. Now, if you have an adverb clause marker and you have an adverb clause, if the subject is the same, you can reduce the adverb clause. Here's an example. Before I took the lesson, I had been checking my email. Your adverb clause is before I took this lesson. Notice the subject is the same as the main clause. I took and I had been. So I and I. In this situation, you can take out the subject, so I, and turn the verb in the adverb clause into ing. This is a reduced adverb clause. The new sentence, before taking this lesson, I had been checking my email. That comes from I took. So took becomes ing, which is taking. Let's look at another example. When you walk on the icy roads, you should be careful. Notice the subject is the same. You walk, you should. So you can take out the you and turn walk into ing. Therefore, when walking on icy roads, you should be careful. Now, if your adverb clause has the same subject but has subject be verb, you can remove the be verb. Not always, but often. Here's an example. After the surgery was completed, it was declared a success. Surgery and it are the same. The surgery is followed by was. So you could say, after completed, the surgery was declared a success. Notice the subject and be verb are taken out. Another example. When you are sad, you should give me a call. So I could say, when sad, you should give me a call. I've taken out, you are. Now I don't have to, but I can. A little note, you will never use a base verb after an adverb clause marker. So after an adverb clause marker, these words, you will never use a base verb. For example, if I say before watch a movie, I bought popcorn, this is wrong. If I said before watches a movie, I bought popcorn, this is wrong because these are base verbs. But if I say before I watched a movie, I bought popcorn, subject is the same, watched can become watching. Here's another example. After it was explained to me, the material was understandable. So notice it and the material are the same subject. I have it was. I can take those out and say after explained to me, the material was understandable. If I write after explain or after explains, it is always wrong. You will never use a base verb. So let's go to this Toeic question one more time. Okay, immediately we can eliminate A and B. We cannot pick a base verb following an adverb clause marker. So we cannot pick decide or decides. These are base verbs. So it's either C or D. Now I think of the original sentence. Which one is the original sentence? After she decided to build a new house, she hired an interior designer, or after she was decided to build a new house? Well, the answer is definitely one. She decided. Now the subject is the same. We have she and Mrs. Lee, or she and she. I can take out she and turn the verb decided into deciding. So the answer is D. After deciding to build a new home in Westport. All right, let's go to 114. First of all, simplify. RMF Bank blank 30 branches of TPN Trust, which strengthened RMF's presence in the region. Some key vocabulary. A branch is a local shop that belongs to a larger company or organization. For example, McDonald's has over 1,000 branches worldwide. You can find a McDonald's everywhere. Or the bank will close 3 of its branches in the city to save money. So we know the branch is just a local shop connected to a larger company. Number 2, the word is strengthen. To strengthen means to make stronger, make more powerful. Now, here's a vocabulary note. If you see noun plus en or adjective plus en, it is often a verb which means make it more of that. For example, if I want to make my teeth whiter, I want to whiten my teeth. So whiten, make whiter. If I want to shorten the time of the class, well, shorten is a verb which means make shorter. So if I want to strengthen something, make stronger. The next vocabulary is presence. Presence is a noun that means being in a particular place. An example, my presence at the party was a surprise. So people were surprised I was there. I don't know why. Maybe I didn't get an invitation. Or the company wants to strengthen its presence in the region, make it more powerful, make the company more noticeable. Okay, back to the Toeic question. We know that RMF became more noticeable in more places in the region. So it strengthened its presence. How can it do this? By having more branches. You see more stores. How can it get more branches? By buying TPN's branches. What is another word for buy or get? Acquire. For example, I acquired new skills during the training process. I got new skills. Google acquired YouTube over 10 years ago. Google bought. RMF Banks acquired 30 TPN bank branches. So, bought. Therefore, the answer is C, acquired. All right, so the key vocabulary that we learned today is important, but the most important thing we learned is that after an adverb clause marker, you will not use a base verb. You can have verb ing, verb ed, even an adjective sometimes, but you will not use a base verb after an adverb clause marker. Therefore, this will help you out in the future on the TOEIC test because these questions come up a lot. All right, everyone, I hope you learned something today. Good luck on your TOEIC test. Support me by subscribing, liking, sharing, do all those wonderful things, and have a great day.